When a man is using you, he doesn't come out and say it directly. He doesn't make it obvious. Instead, he uses certain phrases that sound harmless on the surface, but if you really listen closely, they reveal everything you need to know. See, the first thing you'll notice is this. He uses words that create just enough hope to keep you there. He doesn't fully commit, but he doesn't let you go either. He'll say things that make you feel like something real could happen, like you just need to be patient. And that's how he keeps you emotionally invested. You're not secure, but you're hopeful. And hope, that's what keeps you holding on longer than you should. Because when a man is serious, he doesn't leave you in a state of confusion. He makes things clear. But a man who's using you, he benefits from you not knowing exactly where you stand. Because the more uncertain you are, the more you try. The more you give, the more you stay. And if you think that's the worst part, it's not. Because what he does next is where most people get trapped. And if you don't catch this early, you'll start adjusting yourself without even realizing it. Now, the second thing you'll notice is this. He keeps everything on his terms. It's always about his timing, his mood, his convenience. He decides when to show up, when to disappear, when to give attention, and when to pull it back. And slowly, without even noticing, you start adjusting your behavior to match his. You become more available, more understanding, more flexible, while he stays exactly the same. And the dangerous part is it doesn't feel forced. It feels natural. You tell yourself, maybe he's just busy, or maybe I'm overthinking. But in reality, you're shifting your standards to fit his lack of effort. But here's where it gets even more dangerous, because once you start adjusting to him, he doesn't step up. He gets more comfortable doing less. Now, this is where you really need to pay attention. Because the third thing he does is justify his inconsistency instead of fixing it. He won't change his behavior. He'll explain it smoothly, calmly, in a way that makes you pause. He'll say things that sound reasonable, things that make you question your own expectations. And before you know it, instead of holding him accountable, you're understanding him. But understanding without change is just another way of accepting less. You'll notice the pattern. Same issues, same conversations, no real improvement. And that's not communication. That's deflection. Now listen carefully, because this next one is subtle, and this is where a lot of strong people start doubting themselves. The fourth thing he does is downplay your needs and standards. He makes you feel like you're asking for too much, like wanting consistency, effort, or clarity is somehow unrealistic. And over time, you start questioning yourself instead of questioning him. You start lowering your expectations just to keep the connection. And once that happens, the balance shifts completely. And once your standards drop, that's when he knows he has full access without giving anything real in return. Now look at what happens next. The fifth thing is this. He keeps you around without real investment. He maintains access to you, your time, your attention, your energy, but he doesn't give you stability. He comes and goes as he pleases. He shows up when it suits him, disappears when it doesn't, and somehow you're still there. Not because you don't see it, but because you're emotionally attached to the version of him you hope is real. But here's the truth most people realize too late. He was never hiding it from you. Because the sixth thing, the most important thing, is this. He reveals his intentions but disguises them. Those phrases he uses, they're not random. They're subtle warnings. He's telling you exactly what he's capable of giving, but in a way that's easy to ignore. And that's where most people go wrong. They don't miss the signs. They ignore them. They hear the words, but they interpret them in a way that feels better instead of seeing them for what they are. So instead of observing, they hope. Instead of accepting, they wait. But the moment you stop doing that, the moment you start listening to what's real instead of what sounds good, everything changes. Because a man who's using you doesn't hide the truth. He just counts on you not to accept it.